Shit. Yo, so yeah, I just got through watching Money in the Bank. It is 11:15. I was doing, I was gonna have to. This is the second take of, this rant. Um, the other ones got fucked up. Anyway, um, this is only the second. Listen. Um, yeah. So I just watched Money in the Bank like what, an hour ago. I was watching live. So we got hoodwinked, bamboozled, and we got led amok, run astray, all that. And yeah, um, so yeah, by what I mean by hoodwink, bamboozled, run amok, ran astray, I just want to say tonight's show was a great example of pro wrestling basics. And what I mean by pro wrestling basics was making light out of a good situation. Now I didn't watch the entire thing. I watched it. I'll do a whole review. Um, I'll do a whole review. It's a little rant channel. Little thing. But this is just like just off of me watching it and me like you know, seeing it. I only watched the men's Money in the Bank. I only watched the main event. I didn't watch the whole thing, but like this is just like off of what I saw, like live thoughts. Tonight I saw the major things. I'll go over all of it in my review. I'll make it tomorrow. Um, my review. Um, my review. So listen, tonight I just want to say, like I said, this is making light out of a bad situation. I'm just gonna say that. All tonight's show was making light out of a bad situation, and I'll cover it in my review tomorrow for Money in the Bank, and I will go over it. I'll see the show. We'll go over. We'll talk about it. Um, but yeah, um, here's the thing that I wanted to say. Um, Tonight, our truth is back. And I feel like WWE corrected an error that honestly needed to be corrected. It's not that everything sucked. Well, honestly, everything did because eventually we were gonna have our truth not get his contract renewed and then eventually go to either the other company or TNA or wherever he pops up or just become a free agent and reinvent himself. He's 53 years old. He and our truth can still do this. Like he kept himself up well, you know. But our truth, like I feel like our truth can become more than just what he is currently. Because like this is what I was trying to say. What I was trying to say, and what I was thinking is, now imagine if our truth actually went to an AEW, right? And this is just for an example. This is not to like say he will or he won't, but this is just for to say, oh, if they were to go through with what they were gonna go through, it had not tonight happened, right? What would have happened was if he were to go to an AEW, just for an example, not as a, not if he really would, because now he won't, but if he were, imagine him getting together with the Hurt Syndicate and actually adding fuel into fire with that. Imagine him getting into like just going to AEW and then just becoming the fourth man for the Hurt Syndicate. I'm sorry, the fifth man, I should say, right? Because it's Bobby, it's MVP, it's MJF. I'm sorry, because MJF is the thing, but that's what I'm going to cut into. If they were to go through with this, I'm going to paint a picture of how diabolical AEW could actually make good out of this situation. If our truth were to go to AEW, and he were to pair himself with the Hurt Syndicate as like their final boss, their version of their final boss, and Truth is literally like the final boss of the Hurt Syndicate. He comes in and he's just like this secret investor. He just comes in and he's just serious. He's not like a comedy group. He's actually serious. Like I'm talking 2011 or Truth when he's smoking his cigarette. Like he's bugging out. But this is like I'm crashing the fuck out our Truth type shit. I'm crashing the fuck out our Truth. That's the R Truth I'm talking about on AEW. I think Tony Khan would have made that shit happen, and then they would have probably had him go after Swerve and the Hurt Syndicate, and then make them like actually get that shit rolling. If AEW were smart enough, but that's how ridiculous this all sounds because it's all bullshit. But yeah, I'm just saying on a hypothetically, if all this were to happen, it would be so diabolically bad. That's how I'm speaking. How all bad this was looking all week with our Truth. They wanted him back. But if he were, let's say, if they were to go through with this and we were to see it, it would just favor AEW in a sense if AEW is smart enough to actually book that. They can, because Tony Khan probably be like, this will feed families for years. And I'm just like, me and my sister are watching Money in the Bank, and I'm just like, yeah, bro, our Truth coming back was literally like he's over like Rover now. He has to evolve at this point. I'm ready to see our Truth go on the best run of his life, honestly. Him and Naomi. Like Naomi won the Money in the Bank tonight. I didn't watch the match, but I heard she won. Right? I'm gonna watch it back tomorrow. It's crazy. I'm gonna watch it. But anyway, I feel like Naomi needs this most certainly, and our Truth needs this. Our Truth needs a serious run. I feel like it's time we give our Truth a serious run. Like seriously, like we turn him into like after being like a beloved baby face, like we turn him into like a cool, edgy, almost heelish type of face. He's still likable, but we just give him an attitude change. And he can do that because we've seen him do it back when back in the day. Because we like 2011 our Truth, he was bugging. I remember that, and I was just like, if they could just make it like him genuine, but like he goes through a switch, like almost like, but here's what I'm trying to hit home here. Our Truth needs a serious push now. He needs a serious boost, and some way some way down the line, we're gonna need our Truth. We're gonna need our Truth, and I feel like not we're gonna need our Truth, but the fans. We're gonna need WWE. We're gonna need WWE to really push this man and book this man into a spot where he needs to be. Where they need to capitalize on this. Now, if they don't, and probably they will, because it's WWE. They probably will. They probably will do this eventually. They probably will say, okay, let's make it hot for a few weeks, and then they drop it, because AEW does that too. But but I'm just saying, because I can just go back to my hypothetical where I was like, okay, Tony Khan, our Truth in AEW, that would be like, damn, that's basically the second coming of CM Punk, by the way. Our Truth walking up in AEW, that would be some bullshit, right? That would be some crazy shit, right? Now, I'm not saying it to ride on AEW, to dick ride. I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying it as a trying to think. I'm saying it as a hypothetical. Our Truth in AEW would have been completely diabolical. I don't think he would have done that. I don't think he would have done that to the WWE, but it's our Truth. That happening would have been crazy because I already would have seen it. Like you pair him up with the Hurt Syndicate as like a enforcer, and you have them kick out MJF, and then our Truth is revealed as the real fifth man, and then now this whole thing comes together, and then that's how AEW would have got lucky. But I don't think our Truth. I don't think. Well, actually no, I do think that that would have prevailed. Like, and then we could have had Swerve, and then like we could have like really they could have really booked something. But Tony Khan want to be match heavy. He don't want to really see a storyline that will actually catapult his business, and that's really sad. He's not a real business. He just wants to make his little fantasy matches, and I'm just like, dude, I'm just like, we really need like pro wrestling right now is terrible, and I'm just like, WWE WWE gets good, but then it falls off. AEW started out good, and now it's in a very just horrid era. And AEW, I'm not sure what they can do. I'm not sure what those people. I'm not sure what they can do. I'm not sure what they can do because like I literally like it had literally not tonight happened the way it happened. Had tonight not happened the way it happened. I repeat, had tonight not happened the way it happened, we would have probably been seeing R-Truth go to AEW, probably going to TNA, maybe a TNA. I'm not gonna lie, TNA probably needs it, and then they probably do their little thing with R-Truth. But I highly doubt that because I feel like R-Truth probably be like, you know what? I've been to TNA, I've been to WWE. What about AEW? Let me try over there. I don't think he would have probably done it. But R-Truth showing up in AEW would have really, really, really kick shit off. And not to make it like about a war, not to make it you just want to be. No, it's not like that. I'm just saying it for prime example. Had tonight not happened the way it did, and that's why I want to say on here, like, had tonight not happened the way it did, tonight was like I said, it was making light out. It was making light out of a terrible, terrible, terrible darkness. That's why I say what tonight is. Tonight is they made tonight. They made a light out of a terrible darkness. They really did. They made a light out of a terrible darkness. I'm not saying it's the greatest thing I ever seen in my life. No, it's just they made light out of a dark situation. That's what I feel like tonight was about. I'm not gonna say, oh, it was bad. Like Money in the Bank was. I mean, the matches, the action was good. Storylines was pretty captivating. Well, yeah, storylines were, it's just storylines. It's just what's there, but it's progression. I can say it's Money in the Bank. What more you want me to say? It's progression. Um, yeah, but I'll save what I want to say for the review. I'll review Money in the Bank just because I'm just curious. I'll review it tomorrow, or I should say I don't know. Yeah, tomorrow. So in the morning or whenever I do it, but it'll be sometime. It'll be up sometime tomorrow. Or if not tomorrow, definitely Monday. But no, definitely Sunday tomorrow. The review should be out. Yeah. So, and not just that. What I also saw Naomi, I'm gonna watch that match. I'm gonna watch the whole entire thing tomorrow, and then I'm just gonna see what's going on. I just wanted to. Well, I watched. I peeped like some of it, but what I peeped was what I peeped was pretty well for a good show. Like Money in the Bank was pretty good. It was pretty decent. But I gotta watch the whole thing. I haven't really. From what I saw, it would look pretty good. But if I saw it for the whole thing, I'll definitely tell you tomorrow, and then I'll do the review. But yeah, it was pretty captivating. Um, Pretty captivating. Um, hmm, Pretty captivating. Um, um, I guess tonight. I guess tonight I can say you know it's just what I it's just what it's just really. I'm just very curious because I haven't watched the whole thing. So like when I watch the whole thing tomorrow night, I'll definitely we'll come back on here. I'll have a whole viewpoint in mind about everything that went down, and the storylines and how I can nitpick from it. But um, since I'm up here, uh, there's not really much going on in wrestling, I guess. But I guess that's all I have to say. Okay. Like, comment, subscribe if you like what you heard. Um, this is third person perspective podcast. Let's share. Signing off, and I may get this video to you know like 100 likes, 100,000. I don't know. Just like it up. Um, but that was my thought. That was my opinion. That was my little rant for watching it live tonight. Tomorrow I'm gonna watch the review. I'm gonna watch the show. I'm gonna go over a review, and I'm gonna see exactly what they did. That's gonna be my little project because I'm trying to grow my channel, and I'm trying to really get deep into this wrestling content like I really want to. I got what I got now. You know, I'm situated, and it's just it's all a process. But this is like what I really want to do. Like, I'm a pro wrestling. I just want to try my crack at the IWC. Y'all. I don't really come up on here to really joke or play. I just gotta get more situated. But when I do, I just need, like, notes and writing things down. That's all it is. But all of it's a work in process. I'm just trying to grow my channel, third person perspective podcast. Elish, third person perspective, 3POV podcast, however you want to call it. But yeah. Okay. I guess that's what I got until tomorrow. But yeah, just like, comment, subscribe. Get this video many likes as possible. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next one.